You know how every video on this channel is just me rambling about trying to find my creative identity? Well, this one's not really that different, but I do have something interesting and very stupid to show everyone in this one. Lately I've been thinking, like I have in the past, about what exactly made my creative mentality different back when I made Riddle School and was just kind of starting out learning Flash and all that stuff, versus now. And I've also been thinking about the design of various Zelda dungeons, because that's just something that I've had to think about for my game. And I found a link between these two things. Get it? I'm sorry. That was not intentional, but... oh boy. Anyway, here's a picture of Link, to just segue right into this. The best picture of Link. This is a picture that I drew in 2011, but it's the cover, I decided, of a comic that I made in around 2007, 2008. I'm not entirely sure when, but it was not long after Phantom Hourglass came out, I know that much, and because I liked to parody everything that I was doing at the time, I decided to make this comic, kind of a mix between Phantom Hourglass and Wind Waker, both games that I really liked, and it didn't make any sense, and that's kind of what made it great. Link wakes up in this place called Cow Island. He goes inside a cave. This cave happens to have a computer screen in it, which was supposed to replicate the tablets in Phantom Hourglass that you write on. He opens up Microsoft Paint, draws an hourglass, because he just knows to do this, and then he gets a sword and shield. And this quest goes through all these nonsense situations, like, he goes to town, finds 1,000,000 rupees just kind of laying around somewhere, puts them in his pocket to buy bombs, except he doesn't really buy them because he realizes after he gets them that they're 20 million rupees, and so he just blows up the shop. Doesn't matter. Then there's this part that's entirely irrelevant where there's just this guy in a building right next to a cliff, and he's in a car, and he drives his car out of his garage off the cliff. Don't worry, he's okay. And the whole thing is just this drug trip. Like, Link usually knows what he's doing because he's already beaten the game that he's in, and this is just one of his subsequent playthroughs. There's this area that is a complete ripoff of the Forbidden Woods in Wind Waker. There's this nice hotel called the Trees Inn, and then right next to it is a Walgreens, because why not? Later on he talks to a Deku Baba who eats man meat from a bag. Oh, I enjoy this part. Link finds the mini-boss of the dungeon, which is just the Mothula or whatever it is from Wind Waker. He screams, the moth screams, the moth runs into the wall and dies. Just so stupid. All of this is so stupid. Oh, there's the possible origins of the word Floswad, used in Riddle Transfer 2. I don't know, I don't really want to show every detail of the comic because it is so embarrassing at times, but I do like certain aspects of it. This might be my favorite part. Link crashes into the floor, is beaten up and looks close to death, and then he just drinks some Emergency and he's perfectly okay again. Emergency works wonders. After a long time of not working on the comic, I didn't really know how to end it, so I just made Link kill me. And so... I know fourth wall breaking is kind of cheap, but it was the best way to end the comic, because I didn't really feel like working on it anymore. And yeah, this is the way that I thought back then, and it has reminded me that one of the big differences between my mindset back then and my mindset now is that I didn't care if things made sense or not back then. Whenever I made Riddle School, I wasn't thinking about any sort of plot line, I wasn't thinking about any sort of logic. It wasn't even necessarily that I was trying hard to be random. I just put stuff in and had fun with it, and did not care. That's how I made a lot of my animations too, and everything was honestly more fun back then, and I kind of want to bring that mentality back. It's not even really that I've lost it, but I tend to forget about it whenever I take my work too seriously, and that's something that I would kind of like to back away from. It seems like I'm always worrying about whether my work is good or bad, instead of just embracing the experience of working on it. Yeah, that's just a little journey into my past. I hope you liked it. You might even say it's a link to the past.